So, Kathy, thank you for taking the time to discuss this topic in detail with us today. I'd just like to ask, growing up, what did you envision your dream job to be?
Oh, well, when I was quite young, a veterinarian, very fond of animals and their care. And then eventually, over time, that shifted over to caring for children with babysitting and other activities. So, um, leaning more towards the teaching career.
Okay, well, that's wonderful. And do you believe that any internal or external factors influence this decision?
Well, initially, I think that the interest in veterinary work came from the fact that in our family we always had quite a few pets, and their care was of great interest to me, and just studying them and all that. And then eventually, into the high school years, more with babysitting opportunities becoming available. I grew to learn that this is really where I felt I should direct my energies into caring for children, more younger age children. So I geared towards elementary education and went to college for that degree.
Okay, so initially, when you were a small child, you enjoyed the process of taking care of the animals in the home, and that's where your idea of becoming a veterinarian came from. Is that correct?
That's correct,
And
yes.
then as you got older into your adolescent years, you found that caring for small children was something that was just more intriguing to you?
Yes, absolutely. Of more interest to me, yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. So now, how important is financial security to you in comparison with working for what truly is your passion in life?
Well, there came a time in my teaching career where I shifted. I left the career for quite a few years, got involved in the retail business instead because I was living in a different country and my teaching degree there uh, didn't suffice for being a teacher in that country. So I was in the retail business for many years and then came back wanting to try education again and ended up in a preschool atmosphere now that at the time paid very poorly. And I found that with a young family, it really wasn't sufficient income. So, in that degree, it drove me to acquire some new skills and shift to yet another area of opportunity for employment. So, I'm in the medical field now, um, working as a medical secretary and ended up there mainly for financial reasons out of necessity.
Okay, so if you were to scale the importance itself, I know that you did drift from the educational career to the retail and then to the medical. What would you pinpoint at this point in your life to be your passion? Is it still what it was when you were a child and adolescent, or has it become more of what you are doing now?
I do think that I've been forced to, for economic reasons, forced to be more flexible in my interests. And indeed, I do very much enjoy what I am currently employed at now. Yes, I feel that I've grown away from the need for working in education as much as I enjoyed it when I was doing it. So, yes, indeed, I do very much appreciate the employment that I have now and enjoy what I do.
Okay, great. And you did say that you went to college there for your bachelor's degree. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And would you say that that education was stemmed around what your passion was at the time, or was it around some other field of interest?
That was my passion at the time. Yes, this was quite some time ago, and it what absolutely was my passion at the time was to get into the educational field and to work with young children. Definitely, that was a very strong commitment of mine at the time. But again, that was some time ago, and events happened in between that caused me to have to shift my priorities. Um, and again, learn to be more flexible in my career choices.
And would you say that thus far in life, the sacrifices that you've made, do you regret any of them? You did state that when you left the States and you moved to a foreign country that you had to um, go ahead and switch exactly what your career path was because it wasn't sufficient, the education that, the American education that you had as far as teaching in that foreign country. So do you feel that you regret, or do you have any second
No,
thoughts on
I
that?
don't. No, I don't have any regrets for any of the employment that I've had over the years. No, I found each one with its own challenges, its own opportunities, and its own satisfaction. Rewards from every one of the uh, areas of employment that I have experienced over the years. I've enjoyed them all. I have no regrets. I feel it's made me a more rounded personality to have had experiences in various opportunities.
Well, that's a great outlook to have, Kathy. And I'd just like to ask, so as far as your career path again, looking back in retrospect, is there any changes that you would have made as far as directly your education and your training? Do you think that it should have, or if you could have gone back and changed it, would you have any made any changes?
I don't think so because, as I say, initially when I was first coming on the employment scene, I knew what I wanted, I went for it, and I attained my goals. And I enjoyed many years of practicing as a teacher before, you know, making a change. I do think that nowadays many younger people probably find this too, that if one door closes, another one opens. And I've always felt that was a good attitude to have with regard to changes in your lifestyle or your employment.
I agree. That's a very optimistic outlook to have and perspective on life. So, is there anything else that you would like to add in regards to career paths or the whole idea of your dream job and working for what your passion is in life before we do close here?
Well, I, as I say, I do think that everyone finds. I mean, if a person can get into a career, say when they're the age of 20, and can continue that career for 30 or 40 years, good luck to them. That's wonderful. If they don't find that they burn out after a time, that's a wonderful lifestyle if one is happy with it. As I say, in my situation, mainly because of marriage, I made a change as to my location, and that caused a change in my employment opportunities. And again, I have no regrets or no bitterness towards any of the changes in my life. I do feel that they have made me a more worldly person, um, and someone who can be more empathetic towards others with regard to changes in lifestyle and opportunity. I do appreciate all of the opportunities I've had over the years. For example, um, when I went from the retail business into the field that I'm currently working in now as a medical secretary, I had to avail of courses to uh, make myself more attuned with the world of technology and computer use. And that has been of great service to me the last 15 years and the job that I am currently employed at. So certainly constant education is a wonderful thing. We never we never outgrow the need for learning, for reading, for availing of any opportunities that come our way to expand the horizon, to expand our minds, and to make us more complete persons.
Yes, I couldn't agree more with you. I think it's amazing that you were able to progress, so diversely throughout the years and be open to acquiring new interests in regards to the changes that you had to make to adapt in life and
Well said.
survive. So,
Well said. Yes, yes.
thank you so much for taking the time to discuss this topic with us today, Kathy.
Been my pleasure.
Take care.